Hello, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another how-to. This was actually a suggestion by one of my viewers, Jaden M123. He's also got his own gaming channel, JSim, all one big word on that one. Nation. So it's JSim space Nation. I just follow both channels. His JSim Nation is his latest one. He's been having that for a good year now, at least. So wish him all the best of luck. Pop over, tell him I said hey, tell him Mean Robot sent you, show him some love, maybe a sub, throw in some likes. And his suggestion, he asked if I could go through and see, to show him how I edit my videos. So we just happen to have ourselves a ripened field of sorghum here. And as soon as I find out where I put my harvesters, we shall get going. I'll be right back. Well, we found a harvester, and just happened to be both of them having to have a corn header on them. Let's see if we can't go find a grain header. And no sooner did I get done saying that, look what popped into view. Get that on. Alright, now we're all set. Now do keep in mind, since this is a suggestion, I will be doing just this field here. I will be doing half as like a jump cut and the other half like a time lapse, just so I can do the other part of this as I go through and actually edit the video. So actually I don't think I need to include this little part at all, but maybe I should. Just so I can say, okay, this is where I said be right back, and pop up again, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking for a minute, and I'm going to get a couple rows done. Just to show, this is where I would put in a jump cut. And we're back. And we got that much of the field done. Not very much, but we got all that to go. That's a good thing the combine ain't even half full yet. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We need all the bit of sorghum we can get. Especially when this is going to go down to the flour mill in a actual later episode. But anyways, now I believe we got that much of the field left. We can throw in a demonstration of, let's see, I'm missing sorghum all over the place. Yeah, man, let's pick that up. Alright, well, once we get back on track, now, I do also want to say that, especially for jump cuts, or, for jump cuts and or time lapses, if it's work you want to show, then you can show it, you can time lapse it. But if it's just the same old kind of like just driving down the street, you can pretty much just cut that out. But anyways, you can leave yourself clues, like say, I'll be back in a minute, or give me a quick second, or whatever. So for this time lapse, what I usually say, to give myself a hint that this is where I want to put a time lapse in, besides saying, okay, here's the start of a time lapse. For example, I'll say this: we ain't got much left of the field to go, so let me throw this on a time lapse and I'll catch y'all in a second. And we're just about done. And if you're going to do a time lapse, it's always good to give yourself a little time before and after. Like, give it a second or two after you stop talking to start the time lapse. And as you go along in your editing, if you go maybe a second or second, second and a half, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever, before you start talking again, then you'll be all right. So give it like 1 or 2 seconds after you stop talking when you announce the time lapse. Before you start the time lapse. But when you go to end the time lapse, give yourself about another couple seconds before you start talking again. So now that we got this little field, well, not so little, but once we got this done, now that we got this done, we're going to leave this trailer and tractor here, and we are going to jump over to Capcut, and we're going to start the editing. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, now we are on Capcut, as you see here. Excuse me.
No, away from the coffee as well.
Okay, now that we are in Capcut, we'll slide along because we already know that I've went back and forth a few times here. So let's Nation. I just followed both channels. His JSim Nation is his latest one. He's been having it for a good year now, at least. So wish him all the best. Another shout out to JSIM Nation. But let's go. Over. Tell him I said hey. Tell him Mean Robot sent you. Show him some love, maybe a sub. Yeah, I think I'm talking for a little bit here. Because I did a lot of back and forth. Oop, that's where I started to... Okay, hold on. Let's back it up. There's a ripened field of sorghum here. And as soon as I find out where I put my harvesters, we shall get going. I'll be right back. Okay, now you hear I said, I'll be right back? Shall get going. I'll be right back. Going. I'll be right back. Okay. Now it actually stopped. I'll be right back actually kind of stopped somewhere in here. But I'll take it up to the next second right there. Okay. And then you can either tap edit or come up here and actually tap the video line. Oh, you know, I should have put the dots, the finger touch dots on here, but oh well. Now, you'll see split, volume, animations, and all that. Come over here to split. Now, we stop talking over here, so we split just after that. And coming through, I forget exactly when I started talking. Well, we found a harvester. And well, right there. Okay. Well, we found a harvester. Okay, so about 1:46 we started talking again. Okay. So we can go back to 1:45. Or even the half second in between. We'll split that again. Now back to this middle section where I didn't say nothing at all. You'll see it says 15.4 seconds over here in the left. But since this is the section that we didn't say anything because we were trying to find our harvester, we can come over here to the trash can where delete. Now we deleted all. Now remember, all that section that we was looking through, tapping through the vehicles. Now, I'll be right back. Well, we found a harvester, and you see that? Both of them having to have a corn header on them. Let's see if we can't go find a grain header. And other times, I know it's a jump cut because of either what I said, the hints that I give, or I just haven't talked for a while. So it just depends on what you want to cut out. Grain header. Okay, so we got to find out where I stopped. Grain header. When I stopped saying grain header. Go find a grain header. Okay, somewhere in here, but we'll come up over here. Now remember, edit, split, and since I know that I have an idea of where I started talking again, we can get up to that point. And no sooner did I get... Oh, just about. And no sooner did... Okay, it started like right in here. So let's go back to here, back a couple seconds. We'll throw in another splice. We'll come back to this small driving, hit delete, and this is what we'll have. And go find a grain header. And no sooner did I get done saying that, look what popped into view. And sometimes, usually, get that on. Alright, now we're all set. I'll just play a small section through if I'm not going to be silent for very long. This is a suggestion. I'll be doing just this field here. I'll be doing half as like a jump cut and the other half like a time lapse, just so I can do the other part of this as I go through and actually edit the video. And since I'm going to be talking for a minute, we're going to go do a bit of a fast forward. Okay, I think I may have went too far. I'm going to stop talking for a minute, and I'm going to get a couple rows done. Just to show, this is where I would put in a jump cut. Okay, now I said jump cut. Jump cut. Okay, so I'll stop that because it stopped right about back here, so I'm going to go up maybe a second and cut it right here. Now we can do a speed through because we know it's been a while. And yes, sometimes I do get lost myself. And we're back. Yep, let's find out where I started talking again. And we're back. Okay, right about in here. But we'll go back here. Back about a second and a half. We'll throw in our another cut. And this is that whole entire jump cut area. Well, 2 minutes and 7 seconds worth of it. Delete it out. And this is what, once again, what we'll end up with. A jump cut. And we're back. And we got... Now you see all that much of the field done. How much of the field got done? Much, but we got all that to go. That's a good thing the combine ain't even halfway yet. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We need all the best sorghum we can get. Yeah, it's a good idea to get as much of the grain as you can. Flour mill in a actual later episode. But anyways, and I'm going to be saying somewhere about a time lapse. I just can't remember where. Now I believe we got that much of the field left. We can throw in a demonstration of, let's see, missing sorghum all over the place. Come on, let's pick that up. Alright, well, once we get back on track, now, I do also want to say that, especially for jump cuts, or, for jump cuts and or time lapses, if it's work you want to show, then you can show it, you can time lapse it. But if it's just the same old, kind of like just driving down. And we got a bunch of jibber jabber. So it was pretty much what you guys seen in the unedited first clip of the video before coming over here to Capcut. So you can actually watch me do this. Here's the start of a time lapse. For example, I'll say this. I'm still talking. Did I? Let me throw this on a time lapse and I'll catch y'all in a second. Okay, yep. There we go. We are officially going to start a time lapse now. So let me throw this on a time lapse and I'll catch y'all in a second. Okay, now 6:17 is when I stop talking. Ish. So usually I'll do the old school way that I used to do the standard time lapses on small fields. I won't do a cinematic, but if you guys want me to do a cinematic know how or how to whatever, I'll do that, but that's going to be a separate video. I won't do it here. So we said 6:17 is when I stopped talking, so we're going to come up here to 19, give it a couple seconds, and what we're going to do is we are going to cut it there, and we're going to go, whoops, that's, oh, nope, we're good. And what we're going to do is go to about the end of the job. Again, where you start talking again. And we're just about somewhere in between here. Okay. So let's go back to at least 10. Now, all of this is our time lapse. Let's go over here to volume. We can take this all the way down, and it'll automatically start us at the beginning. But what we also need to do is come over here where it says speed. I don't know what curve or velocity effects is yet. I haven't messed with them. Come over here to normal. Now everything's obviously at one time. If you go to your left, you're slowing things down. But if you go to the right, you're speeding things up. And a good for mobile, I usually do a 3x, a 3 time, if I'm not doing a Lightning Edition video. This is what 3 time is. Okay, come back through here. And this is what 2.5 time is. Not really much difference, but it's not crazy. So we can leave it on. We can leave it on 2.5 times for a minute. And you see right here in the left corner, right here by the center white line, it's 1:32. But we also know that we stopped talking at 1:17 or 6:17, which adds 2 seconds to that. So we got 1:34. And we may have a couple seconds on the end, so that it could be 1:36. That's just to let you know how much time for music and all that. So we'll go down here to audio, sounds. We'll hit that file there and extract, no, device, yes. Ooh, okay, we have a song here that's 1:35. We'll use it. It may be a second shy, but that's okay because it'll work. It'll work out. I'll show you. So this is what we have so far. This on a time lapse, and I'll catch y'all in a second. And we're just about done. Okay, now if I really wanted to, where the music cuts out, like right about in this area, or like right about here, where did that go? Okay, yeah, right about here. What we could do is we can come back up here to the video, cut this out, and you see this small section right here. Now we don't start talking again till this area over here. But what we can do is take that out, if so chosen to. Now we can tap that little white square, and I highly doubt I'm going to find it in here because this is like a lot. I usually like black fade, but we'll use black smoke for the for the video here. And you can set this, we'll set that to 1.5, and all just that is how much of this clip versus how much of this clip is going to be taken just so this effect can happen. So this is what that section looks like. And we're just about done. And if you're going to do
And there you go.
lapse, it's always excuse me, my fault. But anyway, and as we pan through here, we're just dumping off the rest of what we have in the harvester into the trailer. And I should actually start 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever. Because I can't remember if I said jump cut or
Before you start
or have another spot for a jump cut or not.
then you'll be alright. So give it like 1 or 2 seconds after you stop talking when you announce the time lapse. Before you start the time lapse. But when you go to end the time lapse, give yourself about another couple seconds.
But yes, if you're doing a short time lapse, if you're not used to doing cinematics on mobile, which is I'm still trying to get used to, yes, give yourself a couple seconds before, or give yourself a couple seconds after you stop talking, before you start anything, and give yourself a couple seconds before you start talking, so that way you have, I call it good splice points, because you're leaving yourself room in case you make a whoopsie, blah blah blah. So give yourselves a couple seconds leeway, either way you look at it. So, but yes, in an actual video, all of this grain here, the sorghum, is going to go down to the grain mill, and that'll be the end. Now, whether you want to keep this ending on or not, you can highlight it, you can delete it. I'm deleting it because I'm recording this area, and it's going to be partnered with the first clip, which is going to make it an episode type of how-to, but you know, not much of editing except for what you've seen here. So anyways, if you stayed with the video this long, drop a like, drop a comment, anything you wish. Think of also considering a sub. Much appreciated. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. I'm out. Peace.